So there were a couple of, I like to call life situations that drove me to take a leap of faith and join SkyView Advisors. A few of those would be opportunity. In my past life, I worked in corporate world, retail, luxury retail to be exact. And there's a lot of overpromise, underdeliver on your career path. And with that being said, I was looking for that dare to be great situation. And I think in life, a lot of people think it just flashes before your eyes and there's that dare to be great and then you know that that's it and you take it, right? And it's like, obviously this wasn't the case. It was, there was a risk factor, but it was, do you trust the environment? Do you trust the market? Do you trust that someone telling you, if you do it this way, I guarantee you will be successful? And that was my key to say, take a bet on myself. And then that's really what contributed to the fact that I was like, SkyView's the one. It's very niche, very strategic approach into the way we execute. And, I'm here now as a senior vice president in a year, and I couldn't be happier that I took that leap of faith.
So what led me to SkyView Advisors, I actually became aware of the firm probably about 2 or 2.5 years before I made the leap and came on board. Previously in my career, my background is about 20 years in financial services. I've done everything from starting out as a retail financial advisor. I started my own firm. I went into the industry in some various leadership roles. One of those roles led me to do business consulting along with providing financial advice. And that ultimately led to doing mergers and acquisitions, where I worked for an international boutique firm, a sell-side firm that was selling medium-sized companies anywhere from 10 million to 500 million in size. That skill set actually translated really well to what we do at SkyView. But ultimately what I found, while I've had some success at things that I did previously, I found in my role with mergers and acquisitions, I was known as a road warrior because I was gone 4 out of every 5 days a week. And I have a family and small kids. I was like, wow, I am spending a lot of time away from home. And when I am at home, I feel like all I'm doing is preparing for my upcoming meetings. And so there was just not a great quality of life with what I was doing. While I was enjoying some success at it, I just felt like there had to be a better way. And what I found with SkyView was the ability to not only be successful, but also to have more balance in life, and the way that they've implemented technology to allow me to do what I do without having to travel all the time, other than attending the occasional conference or getting out to meet with a client from time to time. It gives me the ability to be successful and at the same time be able to be around my family.
Quite a few factors that have led to the immediate success with SkyView. You can attest to them, but I would say bar none, our mentorship program and our training program is class A, best in class, and no other brokerage firm does it the way we do it.
Yeah, I would agree with that. When I was starting out, I had a skill set that I think lended pretty well to the role at SkyView, but having a mentor that had a tremendous amount of success and experience really gave me a lot of confidence, because I found a lot of success early because I had a lot of confidence in bringing people to the table. And by doing so, I learned just as quickly as possible, because when you've got a real live opportunity, I think it's a great way to learn. And really, our mentors are some of the best in the business. So,
absolutely.
Yeah.
I would say the traditional brokerage model, and from some lifelong friends I have that are in the brokerage industry, or the mentorship program looks like this. It's, hey, go bang out 1,000 calls this week, and if you get someone on a call, let me know and I'll jump in.
Yeah.
And we'll get them to try to sign an executed rep agreement in one day. It's not what we do. I mean, we have a sales pipeline that we make sure that we thoroughly understand every step, and they understand why we're doing what we are doing. And once we do understand their situation, we gain a lot more trust from our clients, because they know that we're invested in them and that we're not just trying to sell an asset for them. We're trying to better their lives as much as ours.
I agree. And you alluded to the proprietary process we use that we lovingly refer to as the 252, a 252-step process that we go through. There are a lot of variables and factors that can affect a successful transaction. And so what we've done is pulled many years of experience to identify what is everything that needs to happen from the day that we sign up a representation agreement to the day that we close. Everything from scheduling photography or making sure that site visits are done, every step of the way. I have yet to find another firm in commercial real estate that really has a process like we have nailed down. And what we do is proprietary, and I think it would be really hard to duplicate just because of all the time and investment that also went into the technology that we use to hold everybody accountable to that process and to be able to track the process for every engagement we bring in. And the collaboration between the team, where we get on weekly calls and review and make sure that there's not a single step missed on any deal. I think that accountability is, it's one thing to have a process, but the way that we actually implement it and carry it out is second to none.
The opportunity at SkyView Advisors has impacted my life tremendously in so many different ways. For instance, and I like to think most people do this, I work to live, I don't live to work. And the most important thing for me are my friends and family, right? I want to be successful to buy time with my friends and family, right? That's what I want to do. And SkyView, allowing us to work remotely, giving us the tools necessary to be successful, allows us to do that. And I'm extremely proud that I get to take my daughter to school every single morning, pick her up in the afternoon every single day, and spend time with her in those in-between times. But I never thought that this was where my life would be in a year from when I started.
Yeah, I would echo a lot of the things that you say, and the way that it's impacted my life. You do have a lot of autonomy working from home. I wasn't required to jump on a plane and travel, so every moment that I had to call into our database to reach out to owners and represent them, I took advantage of that. I took advantage of our mentorship. And the nice thing was, at the end of the day, when I put in a really good day's effort, I could switch it off and then go and spend time with my family. And in fact, during the first year, I was able to even carve out time to coach both. I have two kids that play competitive level soccer. They're 7th and 8th grade at their school, and I went to be an assistant coach for their school soccer team and was able to coach not only both of my boys who had entered a brand new school for the year, but I got to know a lot of their friends from the soccer team. And so that's been a great experience.
Because of SkyView and what they have created for us to be successful, allows us to do these things that maybe we didn't get to do as kids. So, but it's not easy because it does take drive and motivation to do what we do. So
right, yeah, I agree. And the process we have in place, they can plug into our system coming in from any background, and if you literally do the work that's laid out in front of you, I can see anyone coming in from whatever background being able to succeed.
I agree, absolutely.